Pair of Kings is an American television sitcom shown on the cable channel Disney XD. The sitcom's target audience are teenagers. The series began production on February 15, 2010, with stars Mitchell Musso and Doc Shaw departing fellow Disney series Hannah Montana and A Suite Life on Deck respectively, and premiered on September 10, 2010 on the Disney Channel. The show is filmed before a live studio audience, but uses a laugh track. On November 20, 2010, Disney XD announced that Pair of Kings had been renewed for a second season, which premiered on June 13, 2011. In December 2011, the series was renewed for a third season, however Disney announced that Musso would be replaced with actor Adam Hicks, who has worked with Disney on previous projects such as Zek and Luther. The third season premiered on June 18, 2012. However, it was announced on Adam Hicks' Twitter page that Disney XD would not renew Pair of Kings for a fourth season. Premise: the series tells the story of brothers Brady and Boomer, a pair of teenage fraternal twins raised by their aunt and uncle in Chicago who live a normal existence. However, when Mason, the royal advisor to the throne of the island of Kinko, arrives at their high school, they learn that they are the heirs to the throne of the island, and after Mason tells Brady and Boomer of their lineage, they begin to realize that their lives are about to change drastically and will try to be brave and face their fears. After making the discovery, the brothers relocate to the fictional island of Kinko to assume their roles as the co-kings of the island nation, which has many odd customs and superstitions while trying not to cause problems. Actually, the oldest twin was supposed to rule alone, but, since all records of which twine Brady or Boomer as the eldest were lost, the two of them must rule together. In an episode in early October 2011, there was a chance to find out who was older, but the scroll that held the answer fell into a volcano, so no one will ever find out who has the seniority to be the lone ruler. Boomer and Brady's efforts are often aided by Mason's teenage daughter Mikala and hindered by Lanny, a disgruntled cousin who's out to sabotage the boys and take the throne for himself, because he was supposed to be heir to the throne before they found out about Brady and Boomer. During the third season of the show, Brady overheard Mikala and Candace talking. Mikala won't date Brady because she finds him too immature. So Brady leaves a note to Boomer, telling him that he will be leaving the island and heading for Chicago until he is mature enough to date Mikala. When Boomer was about to take a hot air balloon to bring Brady back to Kinko, a storm struck. The storm was about to destroy the island. Mason, Mikala, the villagers, and the guards were to bring Boomer inside. Lanny, instead, tried to get Boomer killed in the storm while Boomer was attempting to get Brady. The storm passed and the next morning, they discovered a crashed boat. Several people exited the crashed ship. The last person to exit was King Boz of Minju. The new arrivals told how their island was destroyed by the storm and how they crash-landed on Kinko. The inhabitants discovered that King Boz had a Kinko-shaped birthmark on his belly button. Boomer and Brady were revealed to be two of a set of triplets, not just twins. Boz was lost as a child and subsequently was raised by apes. Later, the king and queen of Minju found him and raised him as their own son. Characters. Main characters: King Brady, King of Kinko, one of the two protagonists of the series in seasons 1 and 2. Inherited his father's skin complexion. He has a crush on Mikala. He is more illogical and in certain situations more serious than Boomer, and he appears to be somewhat childish. He often uses his history of being bullied to help figure out how to solve a problem. He plays the guitar. He moved back to Chicago in season 3 after he overheard Mikala say that he was immature, and that he would never mature so long as he was a king. King Boomer, King of Kinko, one of the two protagonists of the series. Inherited his mother's skin complexion. Boomer has moments of carelessness and is rarely serious, unlike his brother Brady, but in season 2, he begins to behave in a slightly more responsible and brave manner than Brady. In season 3, he is still getting used to having another brother and has become the voice of reason between him and Boz. In the third season two-parter, he was revealed to know ballet. He also opened his own club called Boomerama in season 3. In the episode Bond of Brothers, It is revealed that Boomer is in fact a nickname, but Boomer is interrupted before revealing his real name. King Boz, King of Kinko and Minju, one of the two protagonists of the series in Season 3. He is Brady and Boomer's long-lost triplet brother who was lost in a storm on Minju 17 years ago. He was raised by apes until he was 10, after which he was found and adopted by the king and queen of the island of Minju. He does not like Mikala very much because he feels that she looks like his ex-girlfriend even though it is very clear they look nothing alike. He tends to act like a real monkey from time to time, making him wild and unpredictable. It is made quite clear in the first few episodes of Season 3, that of the triplets, Boz is the most intelligent. He is also the only one who appears to have at least average intelligence, if not over. In I Know What You Did Last Sunday, it was revealed that in attempt to look for shelter, he unclogged Minju's storm drain which caused the island to sink rapidly. Makala, Mason's only daughter who assists the triplets. She is fearless and can handle anything, especially since she has inherited her father's fighting skills. She is shown to be very good with her machete, which he calls Tabitha. Makala is the kind of person who tells the kings everything that they need to know, not just what they want to hear. Brady has a crush on her, but she continuously rejects him when he wants to go out with her. In the finale of Season 2, Makala believes she may actually like Brady after having a dream of them almost kissing. She questions this and eventually kisses him to break him from a spell placed on him by the evil king. In the first episode of Season 3, Brady overhears her telling her friend Candace that she wouldn't date Brady unless he grew up, which resulted in Brady leaving Kinko. Makala does feel guilty upon hearing that Brady had left Kinko. King Prince Lanny, King of Lanada Prince of Kinko, Brady, Boomer and Boz's evil cousin who was heir to the throne until Boomer and Brady showed up. He is the main and inept antagonist of the series. He usually spends his time trying to think of ways to get rid of Brady and Boomer and attempts to cause them trouble. While at first indifferent to Lanny, the kings have built up an inexplicably large amount of love and trust for him and misinterpret any action he does as trying to help them. When Brady leaves Kinko, Lanny takes the king ring off of Makala, in order for Makala to return a favor to him. In the Season 3 episode O Lanada, Boomer and Boz give Lanny Lanada without realizing the gold-producing gopher of Kinko lives there. In the end, Lanny keeps Lanada. When Lanny wanted to donate his spit to restore K to the Bat Rider, the Tarantula people planned to take Lanny's spit by force in front of Makala. After K to the Bat Rider is restored and Makala confronts Lanny for his actions, Lanny declares that it's time for his favor to be called in and wants her to keep silent of his treachery. However, in the battle, Lanny decides to help the kingdom by destroying the zombies using a cannon. He soon learned that Kinko is his real home and decides to be nice. Mason Makala, the strong and fearless royal advisor and loyal friend to Brady, Boomer and Boz's parents. He is the overly protective father of Makala and always threatens any boy who attempts to ask her out, including King Brady. He is often nicknamed Sasquatch. Recurring characters, Yamakoshi, Lanny's 100-year-old pet fish and only friend, though they are constantly at odds. He is malevolent and perpetually grumpy. It would seem that Yamakoshi is the true schemer against Brady and Boomer, but being confined to a fish bowl makes it impossible to carry out his plans without Lanny. Surprisingly, no one but Lanny can understand Yamakoshi when he talks, despite the fact that he has yelled at the kings on 2 life-threatening situations. In the Season 2 one-hour finale The Evil King, it is revealed that Yamakoshi is really Kalakai, the evil twin of Malachi, first king of Kinko, who founded the dark side. He was defeated and transformed into a fish by his brother. He regained his human form and the twin moons appeared in the sky and he tricked Lanny into placing him on the throne of the evil castle, which restored his true form, so long as he did not leave his castle, which would result in the curse activating again. However, he was defeated by Brady and Boomer, and fell into the river, which caused him to leave his castle, and change back into his fish form. He then returned to being Lanny's pet. He is not seen in Season 3, making his whereabouts unknown. Timothy Koloka Khan, Kinko Island's head elder and shaman who learned everything from Kinko Community College and is the go-to guy for the Kings, though he openly dislikes them. In Mysteries of Kinko, his real name is revealed on the Mysteries of Kinko TV show when he was interviewed by Candace. His wife throws him out in the series finale after he makes fun of her cooking on TV. Candace is Mikala's pretty, but naive gossip-loving friend. She was the most popular student in Mikala's school. She is a girly girl who loves gossip. She even has her own TV show called Mysteries of Kinko. Candace is arrested by Mikala in the series finale by nearly causing Kinko to be destroyed. Hibachi, a dwarfish bully with 6 toes on each foot who was the kahuna of Shredder Beach before Boomer and Brady defeated him in a surfing contest over who would be the kahuna, and it was discovered that he cheats in order to win. Shredder Beach, a dangerous beach in Kinko where the best surfer rules and not even the Kings have jurisdiction. He also makes an appearance on Boomer's Jungle Ball team, and as a bouncer in Brady's club. Rebecca Awesome Dawson, Boomer's crush in school who thinks she said yes to going to prom with him. They wind up dancing anyway. She also comes to the island for a date with Boomer. When she visited Kinko in a nice girl for Boomer, she was taken away by a jealous caveman yet was rescued by Boomer and the caveman's girlfriend. She eventually dumped Boomer because he was too childish, and due to the fact that he sent her a painting of his butt. She then reappears and gets back together in the Season 3 episode Bond of Brothers. In Meet the Parents, it is revealed that Rebecca's father was an exiled shaman of the Tarantula people who was part of a group that didn't agree with their people's violent ways. Rebecca's father sought refuge with Boomer's parents who helped them escape to Chicago. In order to keep her safe following a fight against the Tarantula people, her father and Boomer used amnesia powder to make her forget everything about Kinko and dating Boomer. However, Rebecca found the bat medallion that was hid in one of the pillows that started to affect Rebecca. The bat medallion ends up dragging Rebecca to Kinko. The amnesia powder ends up wearing off on Rebecca when she leaves Kinko and she jumps off the balloon. Rebecca decides to stay to help the Kinko army to help fight the forces of Kater the Bat Rider. Following the fight with Kater, Boomer and Rebecca rekindle their relationship. Oogie, a flagey who befriends Boomer, making Brady jealous. They mistakenly think he's a cannibal, but he turns out to be vegetarian. After the Kings apologize to him, they are still unable to stop Mason from blasting him. He later develops a crush on a dirt fairy named Priscilla. Kater Wampus, Lanny's assistant while he is king. He is shown to be dumb, just like the Kings. He is also very childlike. Guest stars, Iman, and beautiful pink-tailed mermaid who is the leader of the mermaids. She wants to overthrow the Kings and steal the castle. In the episode A Mermaid's Tale, she almost succeeded when the Kings gave her feet and she betrayed them. She was foiled when doused with seawater and transformed back into a mermaid along with her friends Amazonia, Aerosol, Ammonia, and Onomatopoeia. Amazonia, a tall, ignorant mermaid with a blue tail who enjoys everything that has to do with feet. She fell in love with Lanny in the episode A Mermaid's Tale. Aerosol, a mermaid with an orange tail. Ammonia, a mermaid with a gold tail. Onomatopoeia, a mermaid with a yellow tail. Atog the Giant, a 7-foot human who was challenged by King Brady and King Boomer to a duel. Tito, an evil 12-year-old kid from Minju who wants to pay Boz back for sinking Minju. He torments Boz with a storm drain memory and wants Boomer armor. He was eventually stopped and taken away by Mason. Chauncey, the leader of the Meerkat group of school and Boomer's friend. Tough Poet, an islander who wrote a poem about his mother and the host of the poetry slam. Yappy the parrot, a talking parrot that insults the Kings. Lucas, a pirate and Mikala's ex-boyfriend who was always her boyfriend since they never performed the Kinko and dumping ritual. Priscilla, she is a dirt fairy and Oogie's love interest. The head chef, he is the King's head chef, but quit after Boomer and Brady rudely wanted a steak cake. He got his job back after helping to fend off a giant ogre, but decided to leave the island and play professional basketball, and then Boomer said a reference in the end, "Who does he think he is, Dwight Howard?" Aunt Nancy, the brothers' maternal aunt. Uncle Bill, the brother's maternal uncle. Zadok, an evil sorcerer who brought the island's dark side to life. He was imprisoned in stone until Boomer and Brady accidentally cause him to come back to life. Zadok attempts to cover the entire island in darkness, however is defeated by Boomer and Brady, who get him to touch the island's light side, causing him to become a statue again. Kater the Bat Rider, leader of the Tarantula people and ruler of the island's dark side. Katar was responsible for killing the father of Boomer, Brady, and Boz. He was defeated in battle 1,000 years ago, and the Tarantula people have his mummy. Throughout the series, they constantly try to revive him using the Bat Medallion. When Mikala confiscates the Bat Medallion from Rebecca, Kitamingo snatches Mikala and takes her and the Bat Medallion to Kater's altar. Katar is returned to mortal form after Boz accidentally sneezes on him. Kater then boards Kitamingo in order to raise an army of undead zombies and cause the fall of the light side of Kinko. With help from Rebecca and the 6 tribes of Kinko, Boomer and Boz were able to defeat Kater. Jason Makala, played by Noshia Dalal. Jason Makala is Mason Makala's younger brother. He has been labeled a hot mess by his brother because he is irresponsible and does not think straight when he does things. Tribes and creatures. There are various tribes and creatures that live on Kinko. Damon, a human-like sponge creature who absorbs confidence and strength from everyone he comes in physical contact with. Dirt Fairies, a race of fairies who have an ongoing feud against the Flagi. Oogie later develops a crush on a dirt fairy named Priscilla. They are also magical. Flagi, a race of green people, who have the ability to disappear, that have an ongoing feud against the dirt fairies. The most notable Flagi is Oogie. There is another Flagi named Gyro who appears on Boomer's Jungle Ball team. Kunjamato, a fire-breathing bat demon that serves as Kater's mode of transportation. Naunju, a warrior tribe. Pupalei, a furry creature which transforms into a beast when Angatu Brady and Boomer befriended. It starts off well, but it gets worse when they start neglecting it and it turns into a large beast, kidnapping the kings in the process. He also makes an appearance on Boomer's Jungle Ball team. Razorhawk, a pteranodon-like creature. Skunks, a race of midget trolls that live beneath the surface of Kinko. They are in charge of controlling Kinko's Mukarat population. Tarantula People, a tribe of people who are recurring antagonists of the series. They reside on the dark side of Kinko and have often attacked the kings, which often ended with some of them either being incarcerated or repelled. The Tarantula People have the mummy of Kater the Bat Rider, which they have been trying to bring back to life with the Bat Medallion. Yetis, a tribe of Yetis, live on King's Peak. About Kinko. Kinko is a fictional island in the Pacific Ocean. Kinko has a light side and a dark side. There are many fictional creatures living on the island of Kinko. There were some known locations in Kinko. Royal Palace, this is where the royal family of Kinko live. The Dead Parrot, a pirate-themed restaurant where Tupeg and his son No Beard work. Skunk Caverns, a series of underground caves where the skunks live. Ice Cave, a frozen cave from an ice girl for Boomer, where 2 cave people were originally frozen before a heat wave thawed them out. Lightning Grove, an area on the dark side of Kinko that has thunderstorms at midnight. Mount Spew, the island's volcano. Lanada, Boomer and Boz gave Lanny a tiny island on Kinko's main river in the episode Oh Lanada. Lanada is a combination of the words Lanny and Canada. King's Peak, the only snow-capped mountain on Kinko where a tribe of Yetis live. Skull Lagoon, the place where the Tarantula People took Brady and Boomer in the episode, How I Met Your Brother. Kinko also has some islands that help to make up its island nation, Cornia, an island that is inhabited by triclopes. Kippy Kippy, in Pair of Geniuses, Mikala mentioned that it has a new hospital. In Jungle Ball, Kippy Kippy's Jungle Ball team has some dragons on their team. Lacuna, in Pair of Geniuses, Mikala mentioned that it was building a university. Minju, the island of Boz's origin. It sank into the sea following a storm and most of its inhabitants moved to Kinko. Sununu, an island that is ruled by twin queens Hester and Desta. The waters around Sununu contain a giant octopus. Kinko and Sununu have never spoken to each other. It was once affected by a stupidity curse until Boomer and Brady broke the curse. 3 Unnamed Islands. Episodes. Production, casting, Mitchell Musso and Doc Shaw portray the 2 male leads, Boomer and Brady, the co-kings of Kinko. After the 2nd season, Mitchell Musso was dropped from the main cast, and was replaced by Adam Hicks, who portrays the twins' long-lost triplet brother, Boz. After the premiere on June 18, 2012, any mention of King Brady was completely removed from the Pair of Kings website. Taping location, Seasons 1 to 3 is filmed at Sunset Gower Studios. Broadcast, the series airs worldwide on Disney XD and Disney Channel. In Canada it premiered on September 17, 2010 on Family. In the United Kingdom and Ireland previewed on December 16, 2010 and premiered on January 3, 2011 on Disney XD and premiered on December 17, 2010 on Disney Channel. It previewed on December 19, 2010 and premiered in February 2011 in Singapore, Malaysia, and the Philippines. In Australia and New Zealand it previewed on January 1, 2011 and premiered on January 31, 2011. It premiered in India on June 11, 2011. In South Africa it premiered on May 13, 2011. References. External links, official website, Pair of Kings at the Internet Movie Database, pairofkings@tv.com.